Hello, everybody. This is Seth Tucker from Price Mortgage. I have a very special person today who decided to get on Zoom with me. Bold move on your part, but I appreciate it. Um, just real quick, this is somebody that I've known for about a year, that I met about a year ago. But I can tell you we've had something in common for many more years than that. And what that is serving the youth in Arizona. And really just, that's a passion of both of ours, and that's how we got connected. So if you don't mind, go ahead and tell me about who you are and what you do.
Great. Well, thank you, Seth. It's such a pleasure to be here. My name is Marcia Mintz, and I'm the CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of the Valley. And as Seth mentioned, we came together a little less than a year ago and brought Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Phoenix and Boys and Girls Clubs of East Valley together to create the largest youth serving organization in Arizona. And under normal circumstances, we have 16,000 members that come to our 27 sites throughout the Valley who are really needing all of our programs and services for out of school time.
Excellent. Well, thank you. And you kind of alluded to it there. When we met, we were two separate entities. Obviously, you're an employee, CEO. I'm a volunteer board member. But I was, Boys and Girls Club of the East Valley. You were Boys and Girls Club of Metro Phoenix. And in December, we all voted to become one entity, like you said, to become the largest youth serving, charity in Arizona. And, we kind of got out the gates in January, gung-ho, ready to go, ready to serve all these youth. And in March, obviously everybody knows what happened. The world took a left turn. Would you mind talking about what that looked like for you in March and what you guys have been doing since then?
Absolutely. So, any merger is complicated under normal circumstances. So we were gearing up for really a 2-year integration period of our organizations because it's complex with all the sites we have. And then all of a sudden, March 13th came around and COVID hit. And we knew immediately we were going to have to very quickly transform. And our mission is to be there for the youth and families who need us most. And at that time, during the lockdown and the pandemic, the youth that needed us most were the children of essential workers. And these were kids of healthcare employees, city employees, first responders, even the folks keeping our grocery stores open, whether it's, Fry's or Safeway or Costco. Where were their children going to go during the day so their parents could safely, serve us and take care of us? So we opened up 10 of our locations, and we were the largest and only massive childcare provider, really making sure kids had a safe place to go for extended hours while their parents were working on the front line.
Excellent. Well, I am going to take this quick opportunity to say thank you to you and your leadership. Okay. I know in March and April, we had some rocky moments.
Yeah.
And you and everybody under you has done a great job at keeping this together and providing this service for the many, many, many folks in Arizona that need it. And we just can't say thank you enough. So I appreciate that. But I do want to, normally we wrap this thing up with, what's your favorite Netflix or sports or whatever. But I think it's a little bit more important than that right now. You just briefly talk about what are the needs? Talk about why we need to do fundraising for Boys and Girls.
Yeah. So thank you, Seth. So, that was a pandemic and a crisis, but then what happened? Schools closed for the rest of the year, and they're distance learning now. And unfortunately, so many kids are not safe at home. They're not safe because they don't have an adult to help them do their homework. If you're a first and second grader or a kindergartner and your parent needs to work, how are you going to stay online and how are you going to stay connected? There's so many families that don't have access to technology. So there is a digital divide, there is an academic divide, there's an economic divide. And we stepped in, we opened 18 sites to provide distance learning for kids who need us. So we have capacity for up to 2,500 kids a day that we're seeing. And I have to tell you, we're seeing them from kindergarten through high school, because even at the high school level, there's a lot of kids who don't have a place that's quiet at home where they could continue their online learning. And kids are coming to the club, and we are providing, sorry, that's mine. And we are providing a virtual classroom. So our gymnasiums have been transported into classrooms. But then during the breaks and off hours, they get to socialize. I mean, the social emotional impact of COVID on our children is significant. So we're able to give them wellness programs. And also for the most vulnerable kids that we serve, we're still able to provide 2 meals and a snack a day. So as you can imagine, to do that safely with COVID, besides the masks and the temperature checks and all of the safety, there's additional PPE equipment required, and there's tremendous amount of costs with sanitation, sanitizing the clubs. And so we're operating at about 150% of our normal operating budget, even though our capacity is much lower. So we really, really need help. And I would say our staff are heroes, frontline heroes. They are assuming all the risk for schools and have stepped in and are doing a tremendous job.
Well, and thank you again. And I'll go ahead and wrap up with where the direction you were going to head there is that, at the end of the day, while there are nominal fees for a lot of this, the vast majority of these kids that are being taken care of by the Boys and Girls Club of the Valley are on some scholarship, on some, that part of what I do is the fundraising piece.
Mm-hmm.
And this video today is really just for me to ask you folks, hey, if you want to learn more about Boys and Girls Club, reach out to me and I'll give you all the information you want. If you are in a position where you can donate funds, we do have a golf tournament coming up tentatively in October. If you want to play in that, a lot of that fundraising goes to the kids. I could talk to you and break it down as to why your donations matter and how they impact kids, how they literally save lives. I mean, we can go through laundry lists a mile long of kids that will say the Boys and Girls Club saved my life. And, that's why I'm passionate about it. And that's why I want to share this message. So again, Marcia, I really appreciate you. I appreciate your time today. I know you got a busy day and I'll let you get back to it. But thank you very much.
Thank you, Seth. Thanks for your leadership support. And if anybody needs information, they can go on our website, bgcaz.org. Call me, call Seth. Either one of us will be happy to ask you for support. So thank you. You really are saving lives every single day. We really appreciate it.
You got it. Can't wait to see you again in person. We'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you. Thanks, Seth. Take care.